Right, fellas, we're back again with another video. Breaking the bulking cycle. In this video, we're gonna break the cycle down, okay? A lot of people are being misled, and I'm here to guide you guys back onto the right path, okay? You guys do not need to bulk and cut your way into a skinny fat physique, as we can see here. An example here. We do not need to fall into these lies that are being purported by these bodybuilding influencers. We're not all bodybuilders. Some of us just want to get a good physique without all the bullshit, and so that's why I'm here. So here we can see a bulked up, off-season typical bodybuilder, Ronnie Coleman here. Well, not typical, he's a legendary bodybuilder, but typical off-season physique here. And we can see The Rock here with his I guess famous cheat meal. I think that's his French toast or some pancakes. Doesn't matter. It's still garbage. Garbage is garbage. Okay. So I want to just kind of break down a few issues you'll run into when bulking. So we have that when you're eating a lot of these traditional ultra processed, like a bunch of sweet treats, bunch of sweets, chocolate, pancakes, crisps, ice cream, just desserts, and a bunch of burgers, fast food, all these processed foods, is they all contain seed oils. Okay, and you realize that somewhere along the road, you realize that eating this type of diet, whilst you can make progress, and I'm an example of that. I did have a really bad diet several years ago, but I realized that it's just not worth the trade-off, and there's surely some way to be healthy, because this is about health, right? There's some way to feel and look healthy. It's not just about looking chiseled or looking big. It's about feeling good as well, because aesthetics is health. So all these processed foods contain seed oils, and seed oils have a specific type of fat, which is trans fat. And so when these products which contain seed oils, when they're processed, so I don't know, when your French fries are being fried, in McDonald's in the same oil which is 5 days old, or I don't know, when your dessert is being made somehow in the factory with the seed oils, when it reacts with heat, what you get is that it oxidizes. And when it oxidizes, when seed oils oxidize, the trans fat oxidizes, it produces free radicals. And essentially these free radicals, they're toxins. So you're literally eating that food, right? And although you get you hit your calories, you're feeling big, you look in the mirror, your muscles are nice and full. But what you don't realize is what's going on the inside is your body has to actively detox itself, so remove these toxic compounds which are found in these foods from your body. And when your body's doing that, it's going to be in a state of inflammation. And so if you think about it, you're trying to grow, you're trying to add more and more to your body. But if your body's in a state of inflammation where it has to essentially take from what you're giving it, so take from your diet and recover, how is it supposed to grow and recover? You can't do that at the same time. You can't fill up a bucket which has a hole in it. And so when you're inflamed from eating these foods, your body has to detox itself, and when your body's focused on that, it can't optimally attribute your proteins and your resources to your muscles. And so what you'll find is that your muscles get damaged first because of the toxins. So the toxins will travel through your gut first. So once they hit the gut, they'll kind of wrestle and fight with your good gut bacteria. And so you'll get gut issues if you have a diet like this long term. But once it travels around your body, it will actually damage the receptors on your muscle cells. And so they won't be able to absorb the resources in your diet as well. And so you'll get that even though you have all these calories, your muscles can't even soak them up. So where do these resources go? They go to your fat cells. And that's how you get this flubber of a gut down here. When you're eating all these calories, you think you're going to get big muscles. No, it's going to go right here, buddy. It's going to go to your stomach. So that's number one. You get inflamed. Your body has to remove these toxins. It's in a state of chronic stress and chronic inflammation, and so it can't grow as well or attribute its resources to growing. And it has to clean up the damage that these toxins do in the body as it damages the receptors on the muscle cells. So that's number one. Your body is not efficient at actually using these resources you're providing it to develop your muscle. It goes to your fat instead. So you develop adipose tissue, you become a fat flubber. And secondly, we have sugar. We all know these bodybuilder bulking diets are full of loads of sugar. And sugar is very calorie dense, so yeah, you'll hit your calorie surplus goals, right? You'll gain mass. No, you won't just gain mass, alright? If you consistently eat a high sugar diet, you'll develop insulin resistance, right? Eventually your muscles will stop responding to that sugar that you keep giving it, because spiking your blood sugar and then spiking your insulin is an exhausting process for your muscles, right? They have to change their structure to absorb the sugar in your blood. If you keep doing this excessively, right, over a long period of time, you develop insulin resistance and your muscles will stop responding to the sugar, right? What's going to happen to all these calories you're providing your muscles, but they're resisting those calories? They're going to go to your fat, alright? And what a lot of people don't know is that bodybuilders actually inject insulin. We know that they take PEDs, but they actually inject insulin to ensure they counteract this process so that all that shit they're eating is actually fueling their muscles. For you, you know, the natty just trying to get by, it's going to go to your fat, alright? You're going to develop adipose tissue, you're going to develop more fat cells or larger fat cells and fat around your organs, not the type of mass we're looking to gain here, alright? You're going to be developing this flubber gut down here and not them capped delts and them round arms, okay? And the more fat you have, you're actually going to lower your testosterone because fat cells contain aromatase and that converts testosterone into estrogen, and we know that has poor effects on body composition in men, which is not what we want. We want aesthetics, alright? And so what do we do here, guys? I'm not here to sell you any plan. I'm not going to tell you this is the one piece of advice you need, this is the one thing you need. You're not missing anything, guys, alright? You need to go back to basics, back to the foundations, the 101. I don't need to tell you what to eat. You guys know what is healthy food, right? Get your protein, right? Go to the supermarket. None of this processed bullshit from In-N-Out, Shake Shack, even the supermarkets, processed food, no. Buy the ingredients, single ingredient whole foods. Buy the ingredients, cook them yourself, and that's it. Remember, guys, health is aesthetics. If you want to be aesthetics, if you want to be aesthetic, start with foundations, fix your health, and that will manifest itself into a beautiful physique. Peace.